Hey guys, Nigel here from Aquarium Central and welcome to Friday with another live fish unboxing. And I do apologise for the late videos the last 2 weeks. Literally no orders have turned up until 2 o'clock. We've rushed to get this so we can get up and going with a live video for you today. Anyway, we've had lots and lots and lots of fish come in this week, lots of fish. So we've only got a little bit to show you today, but throughout the week we have had so much fish come in. So if you're local to us, come down to the Straw, 11 Pike Street, come to my park and have a look what we've got. And next week we've got some really cool, exciting, brand new fish to Aquarium Central that we've never had before. So keep your eye on social media because we'll get a video up as soon as we can of some brand new fish that we've never seen before, even here in Australia. So that's next week. But let's get into this week and have a look to see what we've got in our live unboxing today. Alright, first thing we have here is a bag of Koku koi swords. These are the albino koi swords, but they are not your regular Koku kois. These are your twin high-fin koi swords. So instead of having a single sword, they have a double sword on the tail and then an extended dorsal fin. You can just see it there in the bag, the twin fin. These are just a new line of Kokus kicking around Australia. They are very popular and do tend to sell out fast. I think we've only got one behind us here in the tank. So good to get a few more of those guys back in. All right, next we have another fish. This is good for the pond. This is your paradise fish. Now, we do carry paradise fish in the super red apricots, and they are super red in store. These are your regular blue paradise fish. They're looking absolutely horrible in the bag, but I assure you, once you get these into aquarium, they're absolutely a stunning fish. And they do really well in the ponds because they can handle the cold winters. Even these freezing cold winters, they'll still handle the cold weather. Now, these guys ruffled a few feathers here in the store as we got them out of the box. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think they're absolutely adorable. Why don't you guys let me know what you think by commenting below. But have a look at these guys. These are a pearl scale goldfish, but they're not regular pearl scales. If you have a look here, you can see why. These guys are a telescope pearl scale goldfish. So a ping pong telescope or a ping pong dragon eye goldfish. They're not something we see very often. Look at this guy here. Look at those eyes protruding. Those very, very ballooned bodies. And those big boogly eyes. Now, how could you not love that fish? That is absolutely adorable. These are really cool. They're a good size and nice and fat and healthy. They are sensational. Something we don't get very often at all. So if you're a goldfish keeper, definitely recommend those. All right, another one for the pond, which indoor, outdoor, you can keep these guys. And this is another type of madaka. So currently in store, we have platinum madaka. They're my favorite. We've got black madaka. We've got gold madakas. Now, these are a red Stardust madaka. Now, they're looking a little bit just like the gold madaka in the bag, but once we get them on some food and get them in the tank, they will color up and have a little bit of a sparkle on their spine. They are just another one of the new madakas we're seeing here in Australia. And it's really good to see all these new varieties of rice fish kicking around, including those guys. All right. And that fish there doesn't need a heater. It can go really well out in your pond. Okay, another beautiful fish is your red honey grommies. Now, I also have in store at the moment regular honey grommies and some of the best yellow honey grommies we've ever had. So I don't have them in our live unboxing today, but we do have them in store. If you do like honey grommies, my recommendation right now is get online and grab some of the yellow or the golden honeys. Now, the thing about honey grommies, they are a lot more placid compared to your other grommy species. These guys do really well in a community aquarium and they don't get anywhere near the size of the other guys. All right, another cool fish is this guy here, the glass catfish, the tightest schooling fish ever. These guys will just ball into a very tight little ball. When one turns around, all will turn around and follow suit. And they call them the glass catfish. Literally, you can see why they're in the bag. You can see its backbone. You can see its spine. They are clear to look at. Really cool, interesting character. Does not like to be alone. So if you do like them, do buy the little group of them. They do like to be in a school. That's your glass catfish. All right, moving on. This is for the nano aquarium keepers. And this is your rocket killifish. Now, we did get a shipment of killies of your annual killies in today. So if you're into killies, jump on the website. I know some of them are already sold out. They came in yesterday and we've already sold out, but we do have some pairs of your annual killies, and we do have some other killies coming next week. So if you're into killies, have a look on the site. Now, these you're talking about killies. These are the rocket killie, the little or the clown killie, also known as. Tiny little fella, doesn't get very big at all. It's a panchax species, but very, very small. All right, okay. I like these. I like to buy them. I like to show my customers them when they come into the store. And these are your gold tetra. This is the wild version, and it's very important when you're buying these that you buy gold wild version. And the reason for that is because they pick up a parasite in the wild. Now, it's not a parasite that's going to go for your aquarium. Don't freak out of that. It's that helps these guys excrete like a gold dust. This coating on these guys is a metallic gold. If you breed them in captivity or breed them in your aquarium, they'll never turn gold. They just stay silver. They have to be wild caught to be gold. All right, an interesting character is the hatchet fish. Now, I do think we have at the moment silver hatchets. These are black winged hatchet fish. They're a little bit larger in size. They do have a little bit of a pattern on the side of them. And you just saw there what you've got to be careful of these guys. They are technically a flying fish, and you just saw one jump out there. These guys can jump. They've got little wings on the side so they can get some distance. Be mindful of that when buying them. Keep them in an aquarium with the lid on. All right, now this is a new one to Aquarium Central. We haven't had these before, and this is the Costa Tetra. Now, I saw a video of these and they look quite stunning in a school. So I thought, let's get some in for our customers to have a look at. They're a little bit like an upside down penguin tetra. So they've got that black flick in the tail, but instead of flicking down, these guys are like Nike and has a flick going up in the rear of the tail. And they look, doesn't show very well in the bag because they've been in a white box. But once we get these in the aquarium, they're actually quite stunning when you have a little group of them. So that's the Costa Tetra. Haven't had them here before at Aquarium Central. That's the first time. Now, these guys are looking particularly stunning at the moment. And this is your African butterfly fish or your pantodon. Again, this guy is a jumper, so keep your lids on. This guy will hang around the surface all day long. And if you look at them from above, you'll see why they're called a butterfly fish. They've literally got these huge wings on the side of them like butterfly wings. I think if you have a look on our YouTube channel, if you're not already on YouTube, you'll find a video of them. They're absolutely sensational fish. Very, very placid. However, they will eat small fish or anything hanging around the surface. So don't put them in with your neon tetras because they will eat your neons. All right, next we have an American cichlid. This is your Bolivian butterfly, and a particularly good batch of them by the looks of them. They're good size, they're showing good colour for in the bag. So you can imagine what they're going to look like when they get out of the bag. Lots of yellow, lots of red showing in the bag. And it's quite a peaceful American cichlid. It's the Bolivian butterfly. Now, talk about American cichlids through the week, and we said we got a shipment in. We did get some of those jumbo electric blue rams in this week. If you haven't seen them, come down the store and have a look. We do have them available in your regular small size, but the jumbos are very, very hard to get. We only get them a couple of times a year. They're much hardier than the little guys, and they are sensational. In my opinion, the best looking American cichlid. All right, moving on to an African cichlid, and this is your red zebra, and a particularly good batch of them too. Nice pink red coloration. Again, this has been in a white box, so it does flush their colors out. So once we get this in the aquarium, it will go quite deeper in red. Now, the thing about red zebra is most Africans actually look better on white substrate, but the red zebra looks better on black substrate. That pinky color goes deep red on black. It will stay a nice lighter red on your white gravel, but on black substrate, it goes a deep red. All right. Now, something to keep those tanks clean, particularly if you've got those cichlids, is your algae eaters. Now, these are your golden suckers, and you can see they're very, very popular here. We've got a couple of bags of them in. This is just one bag, and these are very active, very healthy looking, and in my opinion, the best cleaner on the planet for your aquarium. Nothing cleans an aquarium like these guys. These guys will keep your maintenance down. They get right into the nicks and crannies and eat up all that algae. They do an amazing job of it. They never get bored, and they just keep doing it. Now, The downside of these guys, as the warning out there is, if there's not enough food for these guys, they will chase your fish, and if they get a taste for that slime coat on your fish, it literally lights their eyes up. They don't want algae anymore, they just want that slime coat. Here at Aquarium Central, we sell heaps of these. If you buy one of these and it gets too big for your tank, you can bring them back to us. We'll take it off your hands and we'll give you a little one. You can start again. We're more than happy to trade you one of these little fellas for your big fella if you grow them up at home. They do get quite sizey, up to 15, 20, even up to 20 centimeters, but roughly up to 15 centimeters in size. Best cleaner ever. Come down to the store, have a look. These guys are put to work 24/7 in my store. All right, onto some imported angel fish, and these are your avatar or your black-green avatar angel. And just that one there, you can see the little bit of reflection of green in them. You can see why they call them a black-green avatar. They're looking really good with their fins. Sometimes these guys come in with quite short, burnt-off fins. They do grow back, but these have travelled really well for them. So, in fact, they're probably one of the best batch of the black-green avatars we've seen. Really healthy. All right. Now, here's an example of what I mean about the fins getting burnt off. These are your leopard angels. We haven't had them for a while, but see the finnage on these? They do get a little bit burnt and rubbed around in the bags and burnt. You know, they've got to be shipped to the importer, then shipped to the wholesaler, and then shipped to us. They get a little bit of damage on their fins, but they will grow back. Now, this is your leopard angel. It's called that. It does get that sort of a greeny hue to it and lots of little spotty pattern. One of the nicer angels, in my opinion. We do have blue parabo angels at the moment, and there's some in there with some amazing blue shines on them as well. All right, moving on. All right, some more American cichlids. Now, this is where our flower horns originated from, and it's not something we see very often, is your trimac. All right, trimac, this is the very aggressive American cichlid. It is where the flower horn has been bred from, and you can see that red eye on them is a trimac. And these are a good size. They're easy 7 centimeters, and they are very fat, healthy looking. They've got that scribe down the side of them on your trimacs. All right. Now, another little earth eater, another South American cichlid is your red-headed tapio. All right, so my opinion, I like these for the earth eaters. This is probably my favorite. It does get that red crown down the head. Doesn't show it now, but once they get in a tank, some of them will start to get a little bit of a red line on them. They're beautiful fish. They do get a little bit of a cock on them as well. All right, another cichlid, but looks like a grommy, is your Festivum. And we only got 2. I think they're a little bit hard to get at the moment. So this is your Festivum cichlid. It is very, very placid, and it does look like a grommy, but it is not a grommy. It is a cichlid, but it very much looks like a grommy. All right, into some bigger cichlids. Now, this is your Oscars, and I think this is the last of them. I'm not sure if we've got 3 or 5 of them in. This is your copper leopard Oscar. All right, and you can see why it's copper. You can see that beautiful copper color on it, that beautiful pattern. These are a good size. They're 15 centimeters. They have been said. We get them in on Fridays. They've been selling out by Sunday. This is the last. I bought all of the last of them from the wholesaler, so there will not be any more next week. So if you are chasing one of these coppers, this is your last chance. Now, if you are an Oscar keeper and you love your Oscars, we did get in some absolute premium A-grade chili Oscars in a larger size. I could only get 3. That's all I had. I bought all 3 of them. Now, this has been in a white box. We're just down to a natural lighting here. We don't have any good quality aquarium RGB lightings here, but you can imagine what this fish is going to look like when it goes under the RGB lights. But have a look at this guy. All right, this is a chili Oscar. Look at the color in it. Beautiful deep red. It looks some orange to you guys. It is a beautiful coloration. I've got 3 of them. They're all like this. They all are around the 12 centimeters in size. If you are looking for a chili Oscar, these are the best we've had. We've got 3 available. They do have a hefty price tag on them. They are around $200 each. There is only 3. So if you're into Oscars, so Chili Oscars, good size one, ready to go into your aquarium. All right, good size golden balloon rams. Now these are nice, chunky, good quality gold balloon ram, as they should. Look at the color on them, even just after being in the white box. Nice yellow head coming through on them there. We'll get them into a tank. We'll get them on some brine, and they will absolutely pop and glow in color. Beautiful fish. Did also get in this week, and we haven't got them on our website yet, but they will go on. We've just got to get a photo of them because we can't find a photo of them anywhere. We got the black ram balloon long fin. We've never had them before. They are your black knights. They are balloon shaped and they are long fin. And there's a couple of absolute crackers in amongst them. They're not on the website yet, but we're going to get them on as soon as we can, if they don't sell out in store before we get them on the website. But if you've got an interest in rams, we do have balloon black knights long fins available. Now, what do we got here? Another ram. Now, I told you we've got the jumbos of these available. These are your regular, yeah, your little 3 centimeter electric blue. I can't stress to you enough. I would spend the dollars and get the jumbos. These are just your smaller guys. If you've got the patience to grow them up, they take forever to grow. But if you want one ready that's spectacular now, we've got them. They're on the website, the jumbo electric blue rams. Down to the last box for today. We've got some cories, some beautiful looking Sturbies by the looks of it. These guys get a nice orangish pattern, lots of squiggly pattern to the side of them with the orange belly. They're looking nice and healthy. We'll get them out of the bag as soon as we can. Don't want these guys to toxinate each other in the bag, but yeah, good quality cories. Gold lasers, if you're into laser cories. Now these guys, I call them laser. They literally have a very metallic neon gold stripe down the sides, very reflective, just like a neon tetra with that reflective blue line. These have a reflective gold line on them, and that's your laser cories. We also have your orange Venezuelan cories, but at this size they often get confused and people think they're bronze. They're not a bronze. They've got a little browny bronze patch like your bronze does, but it gets a little bit of a red, not red, an orange cap up near the head, and that's your orange Venezuelan. Sfin Plecos. Sfin Plecos are hard to get now. We've got plenty of gold spots, but it's very hard to get Sfin Plecos. Now these are around 6 centimeters in size. They're very active, very healthy looking sailfin. So watch out for those on the website. We'll get them on there because they are hard to get. If you haven't looked already, look on Facebook. You'll see we got a monster 45 centimeter gold spot in store at the moment. If you've got one of those jumbo tanks, you've got a big tank and you're looking for a centerpiece, we have a gold spot at 45 centimeters. Gold spots, it is very, very hard to find a gold spot that size. A sailfin, yep, it will get 45, even up to 60 centimeters. But a gold spot at 45 centimeters is incredible, and it is so fat and so healthy and active. If you've got a big tank, come down to the store. We can't sell that one online. We've had a few people check out with it online. We've had to refund them. It is way too big for us to ship. It literally is the size of one of these boxes. All right, moving on. Onto some rarer L numbers. Well, these ones aren't rarer. These are 397 L numbers. So just one of the more popular L numbers. They can come down half price to what they were last year. So they're very popular at the moment. And they've got a beautiful pattern to them. So L397s. I'll quickly have a dig in here. We do have a couple of other L numbers. Next, we have your cactus, or the L600 Plecos, and it is got this beautiful, real deep orange fins on it. Beautiful fish. You can see that orange there on them. We'll get them into some food. A little bit thin, to be honest, but still a very, very nice Pleco. And I think these guys were $600 last year. They're not even half that now. They're around $249. So they've come incredibly down in price. So if you're into your L numbers, I've got 4 cactus L600 Plecos here. We keep a look. Have a look on the website. Might even do a little bit better deal than what we did last time on them. All right, another one we've never had here before at Aquarium Central, but we thought we would give them a go. And these were the 471, L471, or the snowballs. They're really cool. They're almost like a peppermint, but they're black with bigger white spots on them. There, you can see it there in the bag. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5 of those available. Okay, not sure what price they're going to be yet. I believe they're quite expensive, but you know, it's a collector L number. We'll do the best we can on price on it. So if you're into L numbers, that's that guy. Next, we have some long fin marble or long fin calico bristlenose. So the calico should have a orange belly. Unfortunately, we've lost one in transit, but that happens. But still, some nice. There is one albino in there, but most of these are the calico, and they are long fin. Beautiful looking bristlenose. It is. Now, down to the last couple of fish. This year, very unique character is what they call an elephant nose. And you can see why, if you get a look at his face there, he has a trunk. There he is. See that little trunk? He's digging around there. There it is now in the corner there. Now, these guys are somewhat blind. However, they do, sort of like a pat, have a little sort of sonar electric pulse going out in the water, just like the ghost knife. And they fiddle around for that food. They've got a lot of sensors in that little trunk there. They can find those live worms very easily and scoff them down. They don't suck through that snout, all right? So it's not literally not like an elephant trunk where they can drink through it. It does have a mouth there underneath it, but just looks above it, I should say. It looks really cool like an elephant. All right, down to the last two fishies, and we do have some very bright yellow stickers on these saying hazardous. So be cautious with these guys. They do have a nasty little spine to them, and these are your scats. Now, we do have some silver scats, and they are really good size, and it's very hard to show. There he is. Hard to show you there in the bag because of that cautious, hazardous fish sticker on the side because of that little poisonous spine. But these are a cool fish. They actually do really well with cichlids. They get really big. They are aggressive, so just be mindful of that. But they do really, really well with cichlids. And that is your silver scat. And if that's not for you, we have two, I'm not sure how many we got in, maybe 2 or 3, 4. We got 4 red scats. Now these guys are a darker color as to that silver one, and they do have these red sort of speckling through them, and that's your red scats. Again, cautious handling these. If you go to drop it, don't grab it. You'll sort of feel the pain for it for the rest of the day. And these have got lots of nice cool spots on them, really cool spots, and you can see the red. You guys can't see it on the camera there, unfortunately, but they do have some red spots. Again, they do really well with cichlids, okay? So they are quite a cool fish, but they are very, very aggressive, and they're very much appreciative of some salt in your aquarium, okay? So we highly recommend them to keep them with some salt. That's it from me, guys. Like I said, next week, in the middle of the week, so it won't be on our live unboxing, so keep an eye on Facebook and on our website. We have some super cool fish arriving next week that we have never seen here in Australia before, and we lapped them up, grabbed them all, and you'll find them here at Aquarium Central next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget you can check out online at www.aquariumcentral.com.au. If you order over $150 in live fish, it is free shipping Australia-wide. WA, be mindful of your QT inspections. Northern Territory and Tasmania, we cannot ship to you unless you have a permit. Now, talking about WA, be very, very mindful of tighter restrictions of fish going into WA. So a lot of the natives, barramundi, stuff like that, we can no longer send to WA. All right, so it sucks for you guys because we got all the cool fish over here and we can't send them to you. See you guys next week. Thanks for watching.